Another thing about the holidays is finances. Don't go out and overspend and buy all these gifts, make all these commitments, and to come to find out, it's going to affect your January, February, March, April, May, June, and July, and you're still trying to dig yourself out of financial hole. Let's live up to the means and buy up to the means that we have and not go over the means and over our money that for this holiday season that it will cause a portion of our year to be spent in agony and worration because we don't spend too much money. What you think?
I totally agree with that. You have to, as I said, don't feel obligated. That's where that comes in at in gift giving. Don't feel obligated to buy everybody a gift. I mean, if you don't have it, don't stretch yourself thin. Don't hurt yourself just to prove that you can buy a gift or to keep up with the Joneses. If someone gives you a gift, praise the Lord. They should be giving you the gift out of the goodness of their heart and not expecting anything back. So what I want you to do, live streamers, hit me up on Angie33313 at yahoo.com and tell me how you feel about that. How do you feel about giving a gift and then that person that gave you the gift expects something back? So dealing with the finances, we want to be extra careful. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. And what you do is that for those ones that you have purpose to get something for, you know whom have given to you all year. Like my husband, he's given to me all year long. And I truly want to be a blessing to him. I want to get him something that he don't have. Maybe a nice Gucci watch. I don't know. But something really, really special because I think he deserves it. But don't go out and just spend all your money frivolously because, okay, this is the season. There's something about this season that makes you spend. Yeah. And you don't want to just spend just because.
And when you go in the store and you're spending, don't forget about the lights, the water, the mortgage, the rent, the food, the car payment, the insurance. I mean, you must budget yourself this time of year more than any other time of the year. Budget yourself. And another thing that I learned is this. Don't spend money counting on money to come next month. Huh? I'm just saying this because of the income tax seekers. And there's nothing wrong with waiting on income tax. But don't spend so far until you say, okay, well, I'm going to get my income tax, then I'll be able to pay that off. But let's spend within our means on what we got our hands on. You know the old saying, a bird in hand is better than two birds in the bush? So the bird we got in our hands, let's deal with it. And the two birds that's in the bush, the income tax money and the lawsuit money that we're supposed to get, we ain't going to spend that right now. We're going to wait till we get our hands on that and to do what we need to do with that.
And that's wisdom. Don't spend money that you don't have, money that you're anticipating. And since that you mentioned H&R Block has become so creative that
they know how to get your money.
That's right. At the end of this month, they're offering that you bring your last pay stub. And what they'll do is they'll give you $1,000 towards your income tax. That income tax can't go in until January 15th, but you can bring your last pay stub and they'll give you a $1,000 loan anticipation to help you out. But if you can hold out, go ahead and hold out. And since we're talking about taxes, Ashmere Daniels will be doing taxes. And if you need your taxes done, you can call her at 954-934-5914. I'm taking all messages for her. And I'll make sure that she gets your information, and you'll have your money back within 7 days. So I'm really pushing for that. She is a tax preparer with the tax preparation identification number, and she is a person of integrity. And this is the time to find someone that you can use to do your taxes and do your taxes right. So if you need those taxes done, just give us a call, and we'll make sure you get those taxes done.
Yeah, and it's better than you taking somebody else taking $300 out of your check, because that's what I've been seeing with taxes. people go to these companies and they take so much money out of your check that it's like you overpaying for your own money. And when we learn how to be patient and live within our means, then we will end up with more money.
Yeah.
I can wait 7 days if it's gonna cost me $300 or $400 to get it. I just rather wait. And then you enjoy your extra $300 or $400.
Yeah, but they have been accustomed to getting their money right away. But if you need your taxes done, just give us a call and we'll make sure we get those taxes done. And because this is the season, you know, soon as this month is over, we go straight into income tax season.
Right.
And we want to veer off a little bit, and we want to say for those that are filing your income taxes, make sure that if you're adding a child onto those taxes, in some shape or form, you have provided for that child. And not only that, in some shape or form, you have the right of way to file for that child. Don't just file for a child that you know you had no dealings with, you didn't take care, you didn't provide for, and all of a sudden you're at the end of the year and you need a child tax credit or earned income tax credit, and now you're going to put that child on there. The government has become so strict. They have whistleblowers right now that will tell on you if you're filing your taxes illegally. And if you do not have a job, if you did not work, do not falsify documents, because this is the year.
In the long run.
This is the year you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine. Her children's Social Security numbers are all the way in New York. So the federal government sent them a letter saying you owe us $5,000 because you filed these children and we filed these children. Now, I do their taxes, and I know that these are actually their children, but most recently they got a notation, so they had to send in all of this information to prove that these children were their children. So hold on to your Social Security number. Don't just give everybody your number all willy-nilly. Just hold on to that number and make sure you keep it in a safe place, because that document right about now, and if someone calls you asking for any information stating they're from Internal Revenue Services, you better know that that's a lie. They're not going to call you and ask you for any information. For the most part, they already have it.
Right.
So just be on your P's and Q's when giving out your Social Security numbers during this season.
And another thing I want to speak is, especially to the Christians, let's have integrity when it comes to this time in filing our taxes. Because, you know, what happens is, you know, if you file on a lie, one day that lie going to come before you, and you're going to have to answer for it. And, you know, you don't go borrow 5 kids from over here and promise this lady $1,000 and get another kid from over there and promise her $500 and file as those kids lived in your house and you took care of them. Now, if they lived in your house and you took care of them, that's one thing.
By all means.
But if that kid is not your responsibility and you have not been taking care of it, let's not get ourselves in trouble, because believe it or not, one day Uncle Sam will come knocking on your door.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to back up everything that you put down there on that paper. And you can go to these little joke joint tax people that's on the side in the corner in the dark, you know, and have them file your taxes, and they really fix it up for you. You get this big old check, and then when the money all spent and gone, that's when Uncle Sam come knocking. Now you got to prove to it. You can't prove it, and then you got to pay all this money back. And the person that prepared it, they're not even responsible, because they're going to say, this is what they bought me, and this is what they told me, and that's what I filed. So they're responsible, because when you sign that, you sign it and saying that everything on that tax form is correct. And you can't even use it to the best of your ability, because you're supposed to know what you put on there.
That's right. And so that's very important in this tax season. There are many tax credits. If you bought a brand new car, there's a tax credit. If you moved, there's a tax credit. But for those that are filing, that are going to mail it in, make sure you sign it. You put your W-2 on there. and your signature and your social security numbers are correct. We'll see you in 2 minutes.